Okay, guys, welcome to part one of my first series, actually, uploading to YouTube. And today we're going to be playing Medieval Dynasty. I've seen this game now for about a week, so it's only literally just come out. There's still a few bugs in the game, but I thought it was worth a good video on. I've played other survival games in the past. This one's a little bit different because it's obviously a base build of survival. There's quests in the game, there's a story to it, so it seemed a little bit different, a little bit unique. So let's jump in and give it a go.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough.
It's tough.
But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
So the village has been wiped out from the war, so essentially we're starting from scratch. It should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to this one. Okay, so here we are. Starting new life, talk to the Castellan. So, should be that. Just a tutorial bar, skip that, interested. So we're heading to Gostovia, is it? Is that the one that's on here? Yeah, so we're going that way. Might be worth picking up some resources now, actually, while we can. I don't know what we're going to be doing straight away, but it might be worth to have some now. Rocks. Can't really chop any trees down here, I don't think, so haven't got anything on us. So let's see what we have got actually. So we've got, okay, so you used to have some food in the game. We've got apples, meat, oat rolls. Also actually picking up rock and sticks. Kind of reminds me a little bit actually of Elder Scrolls. I don't know what you guys think, but you've got the weight system here. It just looks very much like what I remember of Skyrim. That's pretty cool. So we do have a weight limit, so we've got to be careful what we're picking up at this point. What is that? St. John's Wort. Okay, still not very useful, is it? Yeah, let's pick up a bunch of stuff then. Just some rocks. Don't know what we're going to need most of to begin with, but these branches. Quite a bit of resources in the game. You're not struggling to actually find them or anything like that. That's pretty good. Let's grab some of these. As long as that gives us a moment, then 35 stake. That's a good start. So completely lost sense of direction. I guess it's this way in. Let's head to town. Wow, that's a nice view. I like that. That's pretty stunning actually. I wonder if you can explore all of this. How big's the map? That's fairly big. No, you can cross the river as well. That's fairly big. That's interesting. So, yes, Gostovia we're going to, so it's this one here. Head into the village. go in here. Can go in here. Can you actually rob stuff in this game? It's very much like Elder Scrolls. It kind of reminds me of it. Oh shit! No, we'll leave it for now. I don't want to like mess it up straight away in the first 5 minutes. Cool. Okay, so talk to some people. What's in here? Okay. Oh, so okay, so you can buy goose, buy gosling. Goose is 20,000 or 2,000. How much have we got? 50. So we are a fair bit off there. Then, so I'm gonna guess there's ways to earn money in the game. That's pretty cool that you can buy animals and stuff like that. That's pretty good. And cows, I'm gonna guess as well. 5,000. Okay. See, let's talk to one of the guys. See what you can do. So you've got an approval rate. Approval 50%. Sure what that's for yet. Hey, do you have a minute? Sure. Have you heard any gossip lately? Recently I got into hunting. Got any tips? Could be useful actually, because I'm thinking hunting is going to be quite a big part of the game for scavenging for food. So let's see what he says. Sorry, I don't know much about it. Oh, but what I do, what would I do to get some venison to taste? Sorry, what were we talking about? Right, he just wants food up in there. See what he says. He's selling meat, egg, animal feed, and manure, as well as obviously the cows that he's got in his barn. So, what's all the prices like? So, an egg is 6. Okay. Animal feed. So, probably actually when you even get animals like cows or geese or whatever, you are actually going to need to feed them as well. There's quite a lot to the game, it looks like. Approval 52%, so not really sure what the approval rating's got a bearing of. It might mean you can get things cheaper or barter, potentially. So, we'll leave this guy. And who are we talking to? We need to talk to the Castellan. Kiddo as well. Where's your mum? Where is this dude? This guy? It's this guy. Hey stranger, what brings you to our valley? You don't look like a merchant or pilgrim. No, I'm not. Rasmus is my name. I came from the south to fight Uncle Yord. Go with that. In his old home they called him Jordan the Raftsman. So he created rafts. Jordan, yes, he told me once about his life on the river. You came to the right place, but a few years too late, I'm afraid. Why is that? What happened to my uncle? He was a great man and even a better friend. As good a craftsman and an excellent trader, he made a small fortune here. See the tavern over there. They're all the same, mate. He built and ran it as well as many of the shops you'll find in the valley. Okay. Well, he's had a place to stay, but tell me, where is my uncle? Don't get your hopes up, my friend. Ownership changed after Jordan died. So he's dead. And there's no one left who would recognise a debt to a distant relative to him. So what happened to him? He struck got ambushed by bandits. His cart is slaughtered. He must have put up a good fight. He took 2 with them to death from what we saw. We searched for him as he killed 2 guys. I buried him myself. Or better, what the wolves left behind. Ugh. I'm sorry to be the bearer of some bad news. So his village has been wiped out. He's come here to find out his uncle's not only been died, but basically torn apart by wolves. It's not a particularly good day for this guy. So my uncle is dead, his wealth is gone. I came all the way here for nothing. Don't say that, I won't let a nephew of Jordan go to waste, and even if most villagers forgot fast what they owe your uncle, I have no intention to join them there. Okay, that's nice of him, guys. I'm the Castellan and my word still carries weight. So tell me, can you build your own fortune? I can craft simple tools, I can collect my necessities from the wilderness, I know how to count and to barter. That's good enough then. I may not have goods or gold top, but you can have as much land here as you want. Okay? Not sold but granted to you for life. Build a house, grow vegetables. So we're basically leasing it from him forever. Grow vegetables, keep some livestock. As much land as you can put to good use, as long as you can pay your taxes, so it's not free then. Do you have any advice for me where to start? You can cut down trees to build your house, weeds grows by the river, work well for a roof. You have some food on you, not much. You'd have to get 20 food. You'll find several vendors in our village. If you don't have any money for food, you can always look for mushrooms in the forest or hunt animals. Maybe I could earn some coin, that'd be interesting. So you can talk to them. So they have some side quests here. So you can talk to people here in other villages. Maybe someone will pay for your help. Okay. So have something special for you. This is a hammer your uncle used to use to build a house in which he grew old, but better told. Oh, that's nice. We get our uncle's hammer. Okay, so we've got the tab menu, which is kind of where we were at, showing us pretty much the map, skills, journey. We haven't been skills yet, but we're definitely really up to that part. Q for the construction wheel, and left alt is for what? This is the inspector node, so you can see PCs. And okay, so let's try these things out. It's Q wheel. We've got tab. There's like a tutorial, so quest categories, knowledge provides information, hints about the world, list of your quests, and quest type. Journal catalogues all your quest descriptions. Okay. So we're kind of seeing this a little bit. We've got skills in here as well. So this might unlock further. This will probably become more obvious as we'll actually start building things. I have no idea what any of this means as of yet. Well, it seems like you have tier 1, tier 2, and you have points to spend. That's pretty good then, actually. So it's not like typical survival where you just basically find the recipes and you craft it. It seems like to craft more things you have to unlock certain tiers, which is pretty interesting. So, okay then. So he said, so chapter 1, a new beginning, you need a stone axe to cut trees, straw, and build your first house. Okay. So, I guess, what other things? It said left call. Okay, so okay, so that shows you names of people. I'm guessing they're selling stuff, which is like what the bag means. I'm maybe going to guess and say that the figure next to the name might be a quest. That's pretty useful, so at least we know that things have actually come up on the minimap now. We'll check that stuff out later. We'll probably have an episode where we'll basically go around, pick up some quests maybe, and things like that. I'm guessing we're going to have to. So, he said now something about picking, did you say picking straws up from the river? Reed, was it? Straw. I guess a reed can be used for straw. This reed? This is reed, yeah. Collect. Yeah, so okay, so reed is straw. Cool. Well, let's grab a ton of this. It actually pops up. Nothing's actually popping up. You gotta get the sweet spot. So we need 20. I might pick up some more actually, because you never know. I don't know if we need more. I don't know how house building works basically. I don't know if you need, if this is just enough to get you started with a house, or you have to put more resources into it. So that's just can't hurt to collect a little bit more. What have we got now? 38, let's round that up. 40, okay. So, bottom left we've got health, stamina, I think that is, food, and I'm guessing blue is water. I don't know how you actually get water on this game. I'm going to guess you're going to need something to collect it. Thing. Oh. Drink. Is that dirty water though? Can you just do that? Let's save. Let's save just in case. So, right, that one. Save there, just drink that. Okay, so it's not like it's poisoned or anything. Actually filled up the bar fully as well. That's pretty good. Yeah, seems quite easy then to get water. I'm going to guess there's ways you can collect it though, because it's going to be a bit of a pain to keep constantly going down to the river. So we need to cut trees down, but I'm going to guess we're going to need the axe first. So let's so Q is a crafting wheel. Crafting. So when we get stone axe. Oh, okay, so we actually already know that was pretty useful then. So we picked up the stick and the rocks to begin with, so that's helped us out now. We have to collect any of that stuff. So let's craft an axe. And that's our stone axe. Okay, so we need to cut down 5 trees. We also need to have a think about where we're going to put the house we're going to build. There's quite a lot of dense forest, so let's just venture out and see. Because I'm going to get, you don't want to build it on a slant, and also we're going to want to be close to water, wood. I'm going to guess you can put crops down, that's a guess. I'm assuming you will do. Obviously, we want livestock, so I'm going to guess you're going to want a flat bit of land, really. I think there's a lot of this on a hill. This looks pretty good, though. If we say put it here, this is flat-ish. And we've got a lot going up in this direction as well. Pretty close to the village. Okay, I'm going to say here because I want to be close to the village as well, to be honest, so we'll do that. But let's get a chopping. So log. No. So you get 10 stick. Okay, so you do keep that. Okay, so you hit once you get the sticks, and you hit again, you actually get the logs. Okay. That's cool. Any more logs there? Not one into the road. That's my strength. Okay, so we need to cut forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut. Before we collect it, I'll just cut them down, I think. Oh my god, that really fell on me. I don't know if it just fallen if it actually killed you, but I'm going to guess not. Just one more. Need another 2. Unless smaller trees give you a less amount of launch, I think so. One more. Okay, so build your house. I don't know if you need to pick up the logs or just cut them down. I'm going to guess you need the logs. Let's just take some of the logs. That's a massive log. So remember, we do have the weight of the inventory as well, so I'm going to guess we can only carry it, as I say, a certain amount. Let's, what's that? Mushroom. You eat that? I don't know. Check that out a bit. So where were we now? We were up here, weren't we? Just kind of like on this ridge. Up here. So we probably want it. Let's see where we can put it first of all. So crafting menu, build. What are we looking for? Survival, craft, houses, simple small house. So you can obviously buy, by the looks of them, better tiered houses, but I'm guessing this is where the skill points come in. So we can get a simple small house, and we can get a simple house, and then we can get an actual house. 5 out of 7,500 technology. So we do need to work that out as well, how we actually get more skills. I don't know how you do that. I don't know if that's just from naturally building things gives you more points. We'll see how that works. So. Okay, so it's the house. We can't build it there. That was pretty close. Oh, we were close. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. Maybe rotate, okay. Right. Is that the door? Okay, I think we want the door pointing near the river. Straight. Ah. Yes. Okay. So we can't use the axe. What did he gave us something? He gave us a hammer. So we have quick slots, so I just press 2. Cool, okay. Right, so this puts us in building mode. So we've got wooden hammer. So do we just build all of it, or wattle wall? Oh, that. Oh, so you build it in parts, and it tells you the required resources. So we are going to need. Just try. Okay, so it does. If you hammer it, it will put the resources in that you've got. But that's missing a log. Okay, so I think what we're going to need is a lot more logs. So food. Food is an essential parameter for life, and without it, HP drops. You must eat to restore it. Initially, you can hunt animals for meat, but raw meat can cause poisoning. In spring, morel mushrooms are edible and can be found in the forest, but unripe berries can cause poisoning. So you can actually have that mushroom within the bit. In summer, though, the berries are ripe and good to eat. In the fall, there's a much larger selection of mushrooms, but you need to be careful. So it's pretty clever, actually, how they've done the seasons. Then it's not just you're going to get colder in winter. It's a case of you can probably only grow certain things or eat certain things in certain months. That's pretty cool. So let's get all these logs. Imagine the satisfaction you would have got there back in the day doing this kind of thing, building your own home, and for it to look like that. It's pretty good. Whereas now I can barely put up a shelf. Okay. Let's do one more. What's that one? One of these trees respawn. That'll be interesting. So where we cut these down near the road, so let's see if these come back on. Not that you need to. I mean, literally the entire map just seems to be full of trees, so it's not like you're going to struggle. Oh, carrying too much. Okay. So we are going to have to do this in portions, I think, to build this house. I picked up a good amount there though, so. You know what I'm going to do? I think it does log first. Right, let's do the logs. Need 2 more. See if I'm missing it. I didn't actually cut this down fully. Cool, right, let's see if we can put those logs in. God, these logs are a bit of a killer. It's like I'm pretty near full again. Good thing there are trees pretty close to get home because you'd be venturing pretty far. Okay, so food's pretty low, we want to deal with that. That really didn't do a lot. Right, so I've just used that 10, 9 I think I used. Okay, so we're going to have to be careful with food. I think hunting is something we're going to definitely have to look into. I think how you cook it though. Please figure that part out as well actually. Are there any logs? Oh, it's our first completed bit. That's pretty cool. Right, I think we can put all this in now. coaster. I've actually noticed as well in the bottom right, I think you do consume the axe and the hammer. Remember the resources there. Seasons and sleep. The seasons change automatically after 3 days. That's not a lot, is it? Depending on how long the days are in this game. Many things have been on the seasons, including sowing and harvesting time for different cereals and vegetables, also the timing of the availability of wild food resources. I've already read this. I thought we'd already read this, or was that food? I don't know. At different temperatures during the day, so you need to have suitable clothes. Okay, so you need to have suitable clothes ready for the. You can sleep in your bed or by the fire between 7 PM and 7 AM. Sleeping by the fire does not restore health, but sleeping in your bed restores your HP a little. So I wonder how you. It only does it a little. I wonder how you actually get a major health boost. Let's see. Quite a lot to this game so far. Straws. No, I need one more log. Right. Let's hammer all this in. We need 3 more log. Let's do the straw. So I think we should only need 3 more log. Water. Okay, water is an essential parameter for life without an HP dropped. To replenish it, so we did this earlier, so you can drink it straight from the stream, river or lake. Water can also be carried in a bucket or water skin. Water skin, that's like leather, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. I think it's just logs we need. It's getting dark now, so probably want to get his house built straight away. Yes. Didn't pick these up. Oh, that's perfect. Right. So let's have a look. Oh, you get a little door as well. That's pretty good. Not very secure though, is it? It's just like a revolving door. Can you actually lock it? Oh, you can lock that, okay. So it's just this one, and we're done. So you get beds. That's pretty good. So you get beds. And you get a cauldron. Oh, light fire. Can we do that straight away? B. With the torch. Forgot we had the torch. That's pretty good. I'm actually dead happy about that because in other crafting games you have to craft the interior, whereas with this you get your beds, you even get a cauldron. So meat actually should be pretty straightforward then. I'm guessing. We've got a chest where we can put our inventory. That's really useful. Double bed as well. Sexy time. I think you can get a wife in the game as well. I don't know how that works yet, but pretty impressed with that. It's our first home, guys. You can even see the fire up just coming through the window slightly. That's pretty cool. Okay, so chapter 2, Survivor. So this is probably going to be the hunting part of the game. So yeah, wooden spear, stone knife, hunt a wild animal and survive for a season. So I think we're going to call it there because I think part 2 is probably going to be a bit more. We're going to do a bit more crafting in part 2. We're going to set up a trap. We're going to hunt an animal, and I'm going to guess we can probably cook it as well now because we've got the fire. Okay, so I think it's actually coming together a little bit here. I think we're in a good location as well because we've got some land here that we can obviously build a bed on. It's a bit steepy here, but it's a bit level here. We've got enough space. We're facing the waterfront, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I think I like what we've done so far. So okay, cheers guys. Hit subscribe if you can. Hit a like for me as well, and I'll see you in part 2.